to an Afghan woman, and I just found out today. God help that woman. Brothers and sisters, today is a very sad day, not only in Britain but across the world. And politics is a very dirty game. We have to connect politics across the world, not only in Britain. Yesterday, another fascist and racist, the warmonger, live on television, said that Afghanistan should be wiped off the map of the world. Imagine the leader of the free world, who is fascist, who is racist, and who is a very close friend of Boris Johnson, saying on live television interview, shown across the world, telling people if he wants to win the war in Afghanistan, he has to kill 10 million people, as though they have not killed enough people in Afghanistan, as Tory said, in Iraq and Syria and Libya and so many other places. This is purely imperialism. This is fascism, brothers and sisters. A prime minister which tells the Muslims women that you look like bank robbers. A prime minister of this country who tell women that you look like litter boxes. A prime minister which tells the Scots that you are not clever enough to decide your own future. We have to govern you. Brothers and sisters, a prime minister who gave an interview, is in the Guardian and you can see it. He said that Muslims are backward because of their religion. I'm a Muslim and I'm a very proud Muslim, and I'm not ashamed of my being as a Muslim and being a Scots here. Brothers and sisters, this is the man. This is the man, the first thing he will do will drag the United Kingdom into a war with Iran. This is the man who supported the war in Iraq, which killed 1 million people. This is the man who supported the war in Afghanistan, which killed nearly 1 million people. This is the man who supported the cuts to the pensioners, to the unemployed, to the poor in our society. And this is the man, imagine, ruling the United Kingdom here. Brothers and sisters, it's difficult to speak after Tommy. Tommy is a very passionate speaker, but I try my best. Brothers and sisters, we need to come together. If we leave the fight to the racists, then we're all gone. If we leave, each other to the fascists and the racists and the people, the self-made millionaire and billionaire in this country who doesn't give a damn about the ordinary people in this country, in this city. Brothers and sisters, I applaud every one of you. Stand up to racism. Have fought all these years against the fascism if the racism is against the Muslim, if it's anti-Semitism against the Jews, if it's about the African migrants drowning in the seas, it's about asylum seekers and refugees coming to this country. Brothers and sisters, Britain have bombed so many countries. Britain is part of the problem across the world, and Boris Johnson is responsible, because in every war and every invasion across the world, Boris Johnson and the Tories have voted for it, and they have looted these countries. They stole their resources, they stole their oil, they stole their money. But when the very people come to this country, the Iraqis, the Syrian, the Afghans, the Libyan, when they come to this country, they are told, we don't want you in this country because we're full and we cannot cope. I remember when Gordon Brown was asked, when they were going to invade Iraq, the illegal invasion of Iraq, when he was asked, there is no money. He said, there is an open check for the war in Iraq. There will be money available for the invasion of Iraq. But when we ask the money for the poor, when we ask the money for the students, when we ask the money for the pensioners, when we ask the money for the very less fortunate in our society, there is no money available. But when there is a war which is promoted by Boris Johnson and the Tories and the Labours and others, there is plenty of money. Brothers and sisters, the beauty of this country, Scotland, is very great. This country has given me refuge. This country has given refuge to so many other people. We have to come together, because Scotland does not need Boris Johnson. Scotland needs to decide whether Boris Johnson. Brothers and sisters, Boris Johnson is a racist. He is a fascist. He is anti-immigrant. And remember his interview just recently when he said that Africans are very stupid. Their IQ level is very low and we are very clever. So that is the sort of man dealing in this country. He's going to be the Prime Minister, unelected, as Tommy said. Less than 1% of the population voted for him. And brothers and sisters, finally I would like to applaud the organizer all under one banner. This should not be the last protest that we have. This should be the beginning. We should come together and have a peaceful revolution against the Tories and against Boris Johnson. Thank you very much. God bless.
The next speaker is Chris McCluskey for SNP Socialist.
What can I say, citizens of Glasgow? Within hours of Boris Johnson being elected as Prime Minister, we have gathered here to be the first city to demonstrate against that very appointment. And I'm proud that the citizens of Glasgow have rallied round the cause to listen and hear the fact that Scotland, as Tory eloquently put out, 3 mandates to reverse this hideous government, this pernicious government that has denied disabled people their rights to money, to dignity. And as the other speaker eloquently put down, a racist, an out-and-out racist who will do a deal with Donald Trump. Now, does anybody know anything about TTIP? The transatlantic trade partnership that Donald Trump wishes to enact? Boris Johnson is gagging to get into it. Gagging to get into it. We're not talking scaremonger stories here about chlorinated chicken, right? We are talking about pesticides that are actually put into the food chain long before it gets to your kitchen. This is what this government is driving at. It's going to drive down jobs, it's going to drive down the economy. It's a race to the bottom and a race to the top for the Tories and the rich bankers that feed off them and operate them like puppets, because that's what they are. They are just nothing but puppets, self-servants. That's what they should be renamed. Not conservatives, self-servitives. That's what we're dealing with. And Scotland had a choice to stand up together, the wider Yes movement, just once, swallow your pride. If you don't vote for the SNP now, swallow your pride and just use one vote to get the SNP, get their independence mandate on the go. Once we do that, comrades, once we get independence, the time for recrimination is after. Then we can decide what kind of government, what kind of country that we want to be. But we can only do that once we're free from Westminster. So I'm asking you, I'm pleading with you, please swallow your pride. A vote for independence means a vote for SNP or for the Scottish Greens. They are the only 2 independent parties capable of taking Scotland away from Westminster and its tyrannous policies that it's going to inflict on this government, on this country. Thank you very much.
The next speaker is Bob Foringham, all under one banner, Socialist.
Hello everybody. I think today the world became a slightly more dangerous place. Slightly more dangerous because we face the prospect of a war in Iran. And let's be clear, whatever you think of the Iranian regime, it was the decision of Trump to break the sanctions negotiated with Barack Obama that started the current crisis. It was the decision of the British government to seize an Iranian oil tanker in Gibraltar that caused the current situation. We have now got Boris Johnson a good poodle to Trump who will do his bidding, and so we face a situation where we have the threat of another Gulf War, and we don't have a safe pair of hands in that situation in Boris Johnson. It's also more dangerous if you're black, if you're Muslim, if you're an immigrant, if you're a refugee. And people have talked about Johnston's racism, but this is a man that called black people pickaninnies, called Muslim women who wear burqas like they look like bank robbers. This is the extent of the man that we're dealing with. A racist, an out-and-out racist. But also the rest of us should fear what he's about to do. Because he's made promises to the rich and powerful in this country. He's promised them further tax cuts. And whatever they say, it will be us, it will be the poor, it will be the unemployed, it will be the working class across Scotland and across Britain that will pay for this through cuts and further austerity. That will be the result of Johnston coming into power. So let's be clear about that. Also, we've talked about the democratic mandate. He doesn't have a mandate to run Britain, never mind run Scotland. Let's forget that. And remember, the electorate of the Tory party, 160,000 people. I don't know if people caught it. There was a poll a few weeks ago. Who was their preferred choice for leader of the Tory party? And the majority of them said Nigel Farage. That was the preferred choice. Boris Johnston's their second choice. These are the people who have put him into power. So there is a democratic mandate, and we should demand. When I heard Ian Blackford, the SNP leader, on the TV today, saying that the focus should be on getting people together in Parliament to stop a no-deal Brexit. Now, whatever you think of Brexit, the priority should be to have a no-confidence vote in Boris Johnson in a general election, not negotiating across Parliament. That should be the priority. The second priority for us is to move forward to a second independence referendum. That's the second priority for us. And how are we going to achieve it? We're not going to achieve it through parliamentary manoeuvres. I have no great hope that the British government are going to accept a mandate. So we've got to get on the streets and force it. We should learn from the spirit of Extinction Rebellion and the young climate change strikers, the youth who've been on strike. Let's get into some form of action, some form of, way of actually doing this. Let's just not leave it to the politicians. We need to take to the street. You need to take direct action. You need to find ways of forcing the British state, which the best they can come up with after 500 years is Boris Johnson. Time to act, time to move forward, time to demand a second independence referendum. Let's get out and fight for it, brothers and sisters.
Right, everybody, that's basically me, Slobber Speaker, so if anybody else in the crowd actually wants to say a few words, you're more than welcome. On the other subject, how many countries around the world have actually asked Britain for independence? I'll tell you now, none. So why are we still asking?
Hi, Glasgow. Listen up. And I know, being in Glasgow, my voice isn't exactly Glaswegian, but as a New Scot, I am absolutely disgusted that the Tories have managed to vote in another Prime Minister without democratic mandate, without the choices of all you lovely people here. And frankly, it's time that we did something about it. So listen, yeah, okay, go for no confidence. But if that fails, I'm sorry, but it's time to dissolve the union.
Anybody else like to say a few words? Just to let everybody else know, there's also a marching rally on Saturday in the town of Campbelltown. 3 weeks after that, we go to Aberdeen. 3 weeks after that, we will be in Perth. Then it's on to the capital, where we took 100,000 people down the Royal Mile last year. Let's double it this year. Let's go 200,000. Glasgow followed this one in Dunfermline, the 31st of August. You've also got Hope Over Fear rally as well in September. So make any independence event you see coming. Show up and let's show our appetite for independence. Let's show Boris we don't want him. I'd like to thank everybody for turning up today. That's the end of our speaker, so I think that'll be us for tonight. Ian Kerr's going to say a few words for Teabag Glasgow.
Evening, friends and comrades. My name's Ian Kerr. I'm the chair of Teabag Glasgow. As you can see clearly from my t-shirt, I couldn't give a damn which Tory won today. What we need is socialism. What we need is an end to austerity. What we primarily need right now is an end to the horrific benefit changes that are killing hundreds of thousands of people in this country, regardless of race, colour, sex, sexual preference or gender. Hundreds of thousands of people are dying as a direct result of benefit changes and the appeal process. The government's own figure claim that upwards of 4,000 people a week are dying or committing suicide as a result of changes in benefit or the appeal process. Now, one of the reasons we need independence is because we need to take these matters into our own hands. And as I say, it doesn't matter which Tory's in charge in number 10. It doesn't matter which Tory speaks at the dispatch box. Hunt, Johnson, May, there is no damn difference. We want rid of them all. And as the previous speaker said, let's not waste time with parliamentary minutiae. Let's not waste time with backhander deals. Let's raise the demand loud and clear across Parliament and across this country. A general election now. We don't need a Tory, we don't need Johnson, we need socialism. Thank you.
Thank you.